I got 3 more abortion stories that we can work through
for the next rings.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've got rings 4 through 8 covered.
You didn't realize how handy those came in.
Oh, I knew.
Hello there. This is Frank number 5. You might remember me from the Tell 'em Steve Dave episode where I confessed to ruining a carrot cake, and I'm also known for skipping out on my family from Thanksgiving to watch Tell 'em Steve Dave record.
What are you doing?
I'm recording for Tell 'em Steve Dave for the Halloween episode.
You're not missing Halloween, are you? Because I'm not handing out candy by myself.
All right, keep it up and I'll skip Christmas too.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, welcome to the 8th circle of hell. I'm already here.
8? We're already at 8?
8th circle of hell. Fraud. Gentlemen,
Did I skip
in order to move on to the final circle, one of you must reveal yourselves.
We just
to
went
be
from
a
5
fraud.
to 8.
We'll go back. All right, we skipped a couple in there between here. We'll go back and get them.
All right.
Since we already listened to that one, we'll go right into your fraud stories.
Fraud.
You heard Frank, number 5. He wants to hear a story when you were you committed the most fraud ever.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Does ordering CDs back in the day under different names count? That'd be pretty lame.
What, from Columbia House?
Yeah, of course. Like, who didn't do that, right?
Yeah, I don't think that puts
Wait,
you
you
in
can
hell.
do that?
Yeah, I mean, used to be able to.
I bet you even one of the popes did that.
Yeah. He's like, check out this loophole. For only a penny.
Look at these sick gems I got.
It was fraudulent, but I mean, I didn't see it as a big deal. I got a job at a car wash going back in the early 90s. And I got there. I worked for an hour, and they said, somebody was like, all right, who's ready to go for lunch? Now, we started at 8 in the morning, so it was now 9, and they're already sending people for lunch because they had so many people there to wash cars. It was a Sunday.
Right.
And
so where would you go to lunch?
I mean, it was the country suds or over in Middletown, so I guess you could drive and go get. I mean, it would be breakfast technically. And within that hour, I already knew there's no fucking way that I'm going to be able to do this. So I was like, I'll go, and then I just never went back. And instead, I went and I bought an Asbury Park Press. I looked for jobs, and I saw that they were hiring for managers at a movie theater. So I went and doctored up a resume.
On your lunch
fake
break?
References. Oh, no, I never went back to this.
Well, this would have been your lunch break, though. You did all this.
Yeah. Doctored up a resume, made fake references, the whole thing, went to the movie theater, handed it in, got a call back, went back for several interviews, pretended I had gone to college, the whole deal, and they hired me as a manager at National Amusements. And then within probably a month, they were like, I don't think he was telling the truth.
What did you do that led them to believe you were a fraud?
I didn't give a fuck about any of it. And because at the end of the night, you were supposed to go into this room and count the candy and all this other shit. And I guess they figured I wasn't doing it. I was just however many boxes were supposed to be there, I would just write that. So they took some boxes out, and I just wrote the number of boxes anyway. And eventually they were like, "This job isn't for you, is it?" And I was like, "Not really." So, yeah, I quit. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I got a job with fraudulent credentials. It's not like I sold a passport or something.
Well, I mean, I think that everybody pads their resume. Everybody.
This was not padding. These were places that I never worked.
Everybody lies on their resume. Everybody.
Did you lie to get this job? So, yeah, that would be my story of fraud. Again, and I'm not really I wish I had a story about, using, my niece's name to get and social security number to get a credit card.
That's still good. What are you talking about? Don't poo-poo your fraud story.
I feel like I wasn't fraudulent enough.
All right, Q.
It's funny because yours was at the beginning of the job. Mine was at the end of a job at Tech Products, which is a sign company I worked with. My buddy and I both wanted to quit at the same time. He quit a week before me, and when he left, they made a big deal out of the fact that when we got a job there, we signed a non-compete, the thing that we couldn't work at a competition.
At a competitive sign company?
Yeah. Right.
There
There
big
were.
business in Staten Island.
And apparently it was like cutthroat competition between the two. So my buddy quit, and he told me how his exiting went. So one night after the office went down, I went into my company personnel file, and I took the non-compete clause that I signed, and I took it out, and I took it home with me, and I destroyed it. I might even still have it, but I took it out of the file. And then when I went to quit, I told the manager that I had an offer for a job at the competing company. And he reminded me somewhat angrily that I signed the non-compete. And I said, show me. Show me where. And he pulled out the file. He stomped over, he pulled out the file. It wasn't in there. And he said, well, even though I don't have it, you did sign it. And I said, I never signed it. He's like, we'll sue you. And I said, well, we could cut this off right now with a little bit of
payola.
A little payola. So I got.
So he paid you not to go to work?
He gave me what do they call it when you leave a company and you
Severance?
get a severance to not go to work at the other company.
What did he think you were going to do? Fucking reveal his secrets?
No, there was patents and stuff. I don't know what he thought, but
You were going to bring your fucking unbridled bitterness.
I think it's about customers. Like you're going to go over
and
then call
base.
your customers and be like, I'm over here now and blah blah
You
blah.
signed shit. Here's a better one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Nice work.
How much was the severance?
it wasn't much. It was like $700. But
$700.
You could buy a website for that.
To not get a job that you were never going to get in the first place.
that's right. That's right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is gross.
That's that's company espionage as well, you know.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
have
a
a
2 for 1.
non-compete clause?
I have a non-disclosure. Can I say I have a non-disclosure? allowed to disclose
Yeah, he
that?
does have a non-discllosure.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He does.
You signed a non-disclosure?
Yeah.
That is hysterical. Who made you sign that, Carol? Yeah.
You can't say who made you sign it, asshole. You just fucking broke it.
Yeah, you're in breach of your contract.
All right, let's hear what 5. You know why we went from
Because you want to go home?
4 to 8? Because it was Frank 5. My eyes got mixed up.
Oh, okay.
We'll go back to 5.
Wow. Just wow. Truly, truly shocking. Well, the toll has been paid, and you are free to move on to the 9th and final circle.
After the next 2 circles.
All right, so now we got to go to 5.